Hey guys, first regards in here, I'll be talking about a Bull Carbine Heroic Chainsword Double Stomp build for the Vanguard class in Space Marine 2 Patch 13. Now, the Heroic Chainsword Double Edge Relic variant is actually pretty good in this game. I know like a lot of the focus has been on the White Scar's Chainsword recently, and don't get me wrong, this weapon is definitely top tier, but the bonus like fist fight heavy attack damage perk here and being able to skip into double stomps, that does feel really fun to play with. And on the Vanguard, even with his overall lower melee damage and assault and bulwark, it's still a pretty powerful option, so I'll be using that today. So for the perk tree here, I do start off with the perk Perpetual Strength first, moving here into the perk Swift Recovery. Heavy attacks restore 100% more contested health. Now on the Vanguard class, you already have a 50% baseline increase in your melee CHP regen anyways, so this perk comes out to a ton of extra CHP regen for you, on top of the fact that this weapon already just spams heavy attacks because the fist fight perk just gives you more heavy attack damage and gives you a bit of a combo skip as well, so pretty great synergy there. Next perk here's Perpetual Strength, up here to Perpetual Strength again, moving here to the perk Reverberating Impact. Stomp AoE radius increases by 50%. This is a double stomp build, so you definitely want this. And then we move here into the perk Combined Onslaught, down here to the perk Heavy Onslaught for even more heavy attack damage. And then we go up into the most important perk, which is Trampling Stride. After performing a stomp, hold the attack button to perform an additional stomp. This is kind of, fundamental to a double stomp build, so definitely grab this. And all you have to do is just, once your stomp animation is out, hold down your melee attack button again, it'll just do a second animation, so pretty strong option there. Final perks here are Hard Target and Majora's Slayer, though alternatively, you could go down here for Minora's Slayer and Extremis Slayer if you want that, but that's up to you, and that's all there is for the Heroic Chainsword. Now, for the primary range weapon, I do take the ammo variant of the Marksman Carbine. Now, back in patch 12, they actually buffed up the base damage of this one to be a bit stronger, and because of that, the headshot damage of this Bull Carbine variant is actually higher than the headshot multiplier version is, which is pretty hilarious because you have double the magazine capacity pretty much and like double the ammo reserves, which is insane. So this gun is super ammo efficient and super powerful on the headshot, and also helps you trigger perk effects like, moving target if you want that, or other options here like tenacity for range damage. And then, if you didn't want to take this, you could take the Instigator or the Oculus, but overall I think the Marksman Carbine is the strongest option for range on the Vanguard class. It's not like a close range option like a Heroic Instigator or an automatic variant here. Now for the perk tree here, I do start off with Headhunter first, moving here to the perk Rapid Health, and then we pick up the perk Home Precision. Quick Weapons Maximum Spread decreases by 50% when firing without aiming. This actually helps out quite a bit even on the Marksman Carbine version, because usually you take this like predominantly on the rate of fire versions because the automatic variant just benefits a ton from the laser beam hipfire, but even on this version, hipfire is pretty strong. Next perk here is Divine Might for a 10% damage buff, and then I pick up the perk Headhunter and Headhunter again for a 20% headshot damage buff. Moving down here into the perk Extended Magazine, Divine Might, increased capacity for more ammo reserves, and then we go here into the perk Magazine Restoration, Adamantine Grip, and Divine Might for 10% more damage. Now I will say, if you want to skip over these 4 perks here, this weapon is so ammo efficient, you really don't need to worry that much about increased capacity. So if you want to pick up Cleaving Fire, Adamant Hunter, and stuff like Recoupment or Gun Strike Reload, you can definitely do that instead. That is up to you. Both of these lines here are pretty strong. Now for the secondary, I do take the Inferno Pistol Rate of Fire variant, mainly because I want a little bit more like melee damage on this. So we're going to be going all the way down the top tree for Divine Might, Motivated Melee, into here to Great Might, Perpetual Range, Increased Capacity, Adamant Restoration, and then we pick up Extra Shot and Trick Shot for more armor regen. And when you have your ammunition, or excuse me, your magazine empty, you will get that 20% melee damage buff, and we'll also be taking Retribution here for another 30% buff, because these do stack together for a total of 50%, though I will say the damage calculation here is not as good as it sounds initially, but bonus damage is bonus damage. These are still like pretty decent perks. Now for the main perk tree, I do take Upper Hand first. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you do not destroy heavy hits and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This is by far the strongest perk in this column here, because no knockback just lets you do your melee in the first place, so definitely pick this up. And Melee Mastery's damage calculation is not very strong, and Moving Target has a kind of ridiculous distance requirement, so for that reason we definitely pick this up. Next perk here is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you will take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This makes you way tankier. You pretty much always pick this up on the Vanguard class because Conviction is that strong of a perk. I mean, back in the day, hard target or close combat focus, excuse me, was still a pretty good option, but these days, with Chaos Spawn and the Tyranid Warriors, I think Conviction is just far better. Next perk here is Retribution. When your ranged weapons magazine is empty, melee damage increases by 30%. Then we move here into the perk Inner Fire. All team members can restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on Majora's level or higher enemies. Now, this perk is incredible with like any diving kick damage increase like collateral damage or tenacity. We do use this all the time on this channel for that reason, because Inner Fire is a very strong option in operations and hard strats, despite the healing perk on Meshiel also being very powerful. And a big thing here is that the grapnel launcher, this thing will scale up its damage based on your difficulty, so having more grapnels here with stuff like collateral damage for a 50% buff on top of that is pretty strong. Next perk here is, collateral damage for that 50% buff. And moving here into the perk Tenacity. After a range kill of a Majora's or higher enemy, diving kicks damage increases by 130%. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, obviously, Zone of Impact and Tactical Prowess is a better combo, but here, Tenacity is pretty fun to like one-shot Majora's and stuff like that. And the Marksman Carbine and stuff like the Heroic Instigator and Oculus, they are pretty good at triggering that range kill, so for that reason, Tenacity is a pretty good option on this build. Next perk here is Thrill of the Fight. After your per time parry, block, or dodge, you will take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. This perk is a super free health damage reduction here. The other two perks here are not that strong. On this one in particular, Grim Determination, this thing fucking sucks, especially if you take Inner Fire, because despite it giving you a 15% damage buff here, you will actually not trigger this perk at all until your grapnel launcher is entirely in cooldown, which is pretty shit, because that means your total uptime with a perk like Inner Fire is not going to be very long at all, because you'll be getting your grapnels back all the time. So pretty shit option here, and combat readiness is pretty good, but I think Thrill of the Fight is a bit better. Final perk here is Adrenaline Rush. Melee kills of Majora's or higher enemies restore health by 5%, because this just gives you HP back on a build that you have no HP regen on otherwise, pretty much. So definitely grab this. I know a lot of players also just like healing perks on their Vanguard class in the first place, so for skipping over the team perk, this is definitely a great option to like fill in that gap. Now, for the prestige perk options, it's pretty standard here. We just take Battlefield Awareness, Fortitude for health increase of 15%, a launch restoration for armor restoration on a grapnel launcher, which is super strong on its own, but if you combine this perk with Inner Fire, you get so much free armor. It's like a super high value pick. And the final perk here is Restoration for even more armor regen, and that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I mean, the Heroic Chainsword double stomp build is pretty fun. The Inferno pistol actually fits the Vanguard pretty well, because usually you'd be giving up quite a bit of like ranged options on a Vanguard class if you take this and like a Melter Rifle, but with a Marksman Carbine, it really doesn't matter too much. So hopefully this build guide helped you. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and if you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description. I'll send a link to my community Discord. I also want to say a special thank you to my channel members. Your support has been incredible, guys, and I really appreciate that. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. The optimal grapple usage, by the way, is have it bug out so you stay in front of the guy. Take notes. Oh, nice little crunch, dude. Gets me back to my Rice Krispie days. Where's that zone throw?
Grenade on the way. Swapping out magazine.
Slapped by the Carnifex. What's all about, dude? Bunch of these. Beat the shit out of them. Now, on the Assault class, that shit actually hits like a truck. On here, we're hitting more like, you know, a $5,000 sedan, but that's okay. As someone who once wrapped a car around a tree when I was 19, I can tell you, like, sedans can go pretty fast. They have a pretty good impact speed.
Smells like fresh munitions. Too many pack run. Camp gate ahead. Looks deserted.
There we go.
You're here. Now what, Captain? Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise. Tunneling Xenos! Killing! Lord Pulp and no brains! Closing the gap! Or cocky, you spent all day turning out cockings!
I'm unaware your Stomp can hit vertically in this game, so. Oh god. Did you kill him? There we go. That'd be a gross unlock there.
Or cocky, you spent all day turning out cockings! Replenished and ready. What needs grappling? Silent. Or cocky, you spent all day turning out cockings! Or cocky, you spent all day turning out cockings!
It is crazy how obviously less this weapon does without
Hook available!
overcharged. That's okay.
Take what you can carry.
It still has a pretty good amount of damage for this class. Like, honestly, your grapnel damage, if you build into that with Inner Fire, it's pretty useful, as you're seeing here.
Got them. Captain, we are ready to get the demolition started. Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Proceed to the Prometheum refinery. I can do that. This Heroic Plasma Pistol good for Bulwark? Not super strong for him. I mean, it'll work. It's just that you don't really have an option for CHP recovery outside your melee at that point, unless you have like a 5 business day charge up. You can definitely do it. I just don't think it's like super strong. Would you like to change hammer perks? Same.
Enough crew Prometheum here to burn for years. Closing the gap. One down. Millions to go.
Let's throw sub this one. That's that ball.
Shoots the spawn mines. All war but no praise. What needs grappling?
You are chosen.
Harpoon engaged. Magazine out. Magazine grapnel rev and ready. The Tyranid strength is back. This is our killing ground, brothers. Hook available. Bigger threat just means more to guard. Arming up.
Yeah, I never really thought of bringing the Marksman Carbine with a Stomp build. Like, it's actually pretty good, because with the Inferno Pistol and your Stomp, you have a lot of good close range. But the Marksman Carbine really makes up for that lack of zone throw potential, like normal bulk carbine times. And the ammo economy is still very strong. If you use a team perk or work is intended for Vanguard, it's shit. The melee perk is like hilariously bad. Whether or not it's intentional, I have no fucking clue. Saber is like really weird balancing decisions. Is it good though? That's the question? No. It's for the memes, but like melee champion is a dog shit perk in the game. The damage calculation is terrific. There's an actual melee damage calculator online that Sturm made, and that is, you can literally just check how bad melee champion actually is. It's horrific. It adds like pathetic amounts of damage to your build. And you're also giving up two of the best team perks on the Vanguard in the first place, so They're the best team perks in the game. All for that shitty damage buff. In fact, that one perk existing the way it's existed for so long, it just says a lot about how much Saber actually gives a shit about the perk balance in this game.
Running out of time. How close are you to the
Isn't it like 15% of the base damage of the weapon, but not with a weapon buff? It's 15% of the base damage of like the base weapon tier. It's like standard issue tier. It's awful. That's the way the other ones work too, but like they're less. You're giving up less for them, and they also have a much higher percentage.
That will do. Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Prometheum well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
I see a lot of tacticals on Absolute running the increased range damage perk. That Aligned Aim is actually good though. You don't have to have Secure Stock. Secure Stockpile is the best, but Aligned Aim is still very good. That's not a troll pick. Oh my god, English. Compared to Secure Stockpile, it's a bit of a troll pick. Not really. I mean, Secure Stockpile is just busted. Doesn't mean you have to use the most busted thing ever. Every time. Because the Aligned Aim is still a good perk. Melee Champion is just a bad perk on its own. Space Marine Angry Stomps. Royal Chainsword's pretty fun. It's more of a testament to how bad Vanguard's melee damage is that like you're not doing more. Toby. Oh, I actually hit him, dude. Okay. I mean, like... I mean... I don't know.
Axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Blessed be the honest eye's divine precision. Blessed be. Now deploy the damn bomb. The enemy has eyes for generator 3.
I like the relic here, balance Chainsword because of the speed. I think it kind of fits the Vanguard, even though you still don't do impressive damage numbers unless your team sucks. I feel like I'm going for speed. I just like the block white scars Chainsword. That's what I would go for speed these days. How long this portion takes sometimes.
Captain, it is done. Now let us watch the Xenos burn. There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomedian fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
FTG, 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 do you want me to give you something? Oh, what could it possibly be, Orion?
Good to go.
Give you another Ratatouille image?
Magazine out. Magazine in.
You know, this guy drew a picture of me as a rat. Can you believe that? That's slander. It's Walter White this time. Wow, dude. Anything but making a video, Ryan. Guys more dedicated to making mockery images of me than actually finishing his script, I would see. Try this. Oh, we just went downtown for that one. Uncalled for, dude. I think I can probably call for it. Take it back? I don't think I will. Alright, sometimes the machine spirit gets it done quickly, other times the right needy bit. Oh, when it comes to which one? Buffalo.
arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
I play Space Marine 2 with a friend. He introduced me to the series. He likes it a lot. Right now he has a math exam log. Could say you good luck.
I will hold you.
Could you say good luck, Mike, on your exam? Good luck, Mike, on your exam. May your numbers be pure and filled with truth. If your numbers say the Emperor's not a god, well... That happened, okay. Ow. Oh, what a needless waste of HP that was. It's coming out. What's that Ravener, dude? Yoda, do you think Heavy will have any new weapons released for the class? If not, with Heroes, we potentially see them in the Heavy Arsenal. Why'd you call me Yoda, bro, dude? I look green? Do you think I'm a 3-foot tall green thing? I ain't answering your questions.
Magazine out! Magazine in!
Say yes, dude. Fuck you. Hold on, wait. This guy says I'm a little green creature. All right, well, you know what? I will answer your questions. As far as like new heavy weapons, man, I don't know.
No turning back now.
Xenos confirmed. But yeah, I would say like heroics could as far as heroics for the heavy class go, we're probably gonna see a multi-melta pretty soon. I mean, he already has 2 heroic options, but heroic pirate cannon is one they actually have to cook. No pun intended. The good stuff on. As far as like new weapons for him, maybe a grav cannon one day. What do you mean, dude? You are Yoda with a question you're asked and answered, dude. Yeah, because Yoda definitely answers questions directly and not like the most vague terms ever. Master Yoda, is Darth Vader my dad? Random, yeah. Here, we're gonna shoot the Infernals down.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the protected path. Continue holding.
The Pirate Can Heroic would be free, no pun intended. Would be fire. It might be, you know. Why every that is free? Can't English, they do.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up. They're after us. One down. The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my march.
See, we're made for this. Double stomp time. Now, the thing with Vanguard is, since you have that 50% bonus already, you can very easily just endlessly stomp these guys, not care. Your CHP recovery is just that high. Unless you just run out of a kind of punch, I guess. I see enough. Give this man all the 40,000 more hammers. Dude, I wouldn't have anywhere to put them.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
What's your favorite chapter of Space Marines? Blood Angels, Sons of Sanguinius.
I am going to enjoy
My favorite successor chapter for them in terms of lore is the Flesh Terrors, or are the Flesh Terrors, and I also like the Mentors, but Flesh Terrors definitely more, and my favorite look for the guys are like Angels and Carmine.
This is Dismas. Wish you could see these dead bastards. Tyranid biocides down 90% and fallen. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready. I will not die to our own trap.
Oh! That's that.
Extraction.
Is it worth using that variant of the Carbine on Tactical? Absolutely. It's actually better on TAC than it is here. 70,000 damage for like that.